We all just got 1,000,000 gold, but that ain't gonna stop you greedy people from asking me, where can I get more gold? Next time, maybe ask, how am I doing? Instead of DFree, where do I get gold for solo leveling or rise? I can't do anything in this game without the gold. I know. And I'm here to empathize with you guys and show you guys how to do it. I know. All right, guys, so make sure you subscribe here for the game. We do cover it pretty consistently with all the guides you guys need. If there's anything you want to know about, please post down below and I'll try to get to it ASAP if I don't already have a video on the topic. With the anniversary rolling around, I wanted to retouch this topic as well, get my grubby fingers all over it once again. So the topic is gold. As you see, I've got a couple several inboxes here for gold and various other things. So one of the most consistent ways you're going to get gold is from doing something like this, or even by supporting a creator. If you don't currently support a creator, you're probably missing out on a lot of rewards. So here's an example. Currently, we do have 300,000 gold and some more gate keys, which will help you get more gold. We had these other ones here that have now ran out. Essence stones, 300,000 gold. Essence stones, 1,000 of those, etc. So make sure you do support through the link down below in the description of the website it takes you to, and I will send these out manually to you in the next couple of days. But just to give you guys a little bit of something here, here's 3 codes. These are first come, first serve, and whoever inputs them will get them. So it is what it is. So congrats if you got them. If not, then just support it. You'll get the same rewards either way. All right. So aside from codes, aside from gift boxes or the codes that they give out as well, just for everybody, not the creator code like the ones I just showed you guys that are single use. You know how they oftentimes have those ones that you can put in, everybody puts in, like solo leveling or rise, first anniversary. That's not a code, but you know. So where else are you getting gold? Well, you're gonna get gold from your activity funds, right? I have 819,000 in here cumulative, so we're gonna grab this. We also got a little bit more here, so not a ton, but you're gonna get it from that as well. You're gonna get it from completing just general gameplay content, so keep that in mind. But of course, the most consistent ways you're gonna get gold are as follows: dispatching. So firstly, when you're doing this, I've said this before, make sure you're doing S and A rank gates for the most part, so you can also double dip and get those essence stone drops. It's not a lot, but you will get some. But I just got some gold here. Pretty nice, right? So you get gold there, but that's not all. You're gonna get them, like I said, from just daily content anyway, and that does include gates. You're gonna get up to 7,000 from this red gate. Now, if you're farming gold from here, the red gate is not specifically what you're looking for, right? What you're really looking for is the gold gate. Once upon a time, the gold gate was here and it was just a meme because it really didn't give you much gold. But if I can spawn one, here they go. It does give a decent amount of gold. Not the craziest thing, but it does give a decent amount, you know, up to 70,000 it looks like. So decent amount of gold drop there. You can get multiple of those in one go if you want to. Another way when it ties into gates is by doing the gate missions. So you get the second page of gate missions, you will get the gold as well there too. Not the most, but again, it's something that is pretty consistent. There's also oftentimes events that'll drop gold for you as well. So right here, there's a chance for a 50,000 gold drop. So that's not, again, not a lot, but the point with gold is that it does add up over time. So just simply, again, playing the game, completing the tab missions requirement, you will get the gold as well. Make sure you hit that thumbs up and subscribe. 80% of viewers are not subscribed to the channel, so they're absolutely missing out on these types of guides and free codes like the ones I gave you. And if the video is helpful, make sure you hit that thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. The like goal for today is going to be 600 likes, and share the video with your friends if they have the question, how do you get gold in solo leveling or rise as well? So aside from that, again, we're going to keep on going through. Here's 1,000,000 gold for this event specifically, and I think they've given out more as part of this. Yeah, 150,000 there, another 150 there. So this is just tie-in to multiple other events, right? So you get the points for this event specifically by completing what they're asking you to do for their own mission requirements. But ultimately, there's a lot of gold available in that event specifically. You're going to get gold pretty much anywhere else as well. This one doesn't seem to drop any, but I bet you can probably get some from the exchange shop. This is another thing we're going to get to in a minute, but the exchange shop oftentimes has the gold as an option. You want to try to get everything you need out of this shop and then resort to gold last. I wouldn't come here and use the gold first. Like, that's not really, you know, the most worthwhile thing, but you can definitely come here and get everything you need, and then with whatever is left, get gold off of that. Lucky Clover is pretty good for giving gold as well. If I remember correctly, it's been a little bit since I ran it, but if I remember correctly, this event specifically was good for gold. Yeah, so 500,000 here, 200,000 there, depending on the lucky clovers that you get based on the raffle history here. So that's how that works. Just basically play the events. Pretty straightforward, right? So aside from events, another thing that happens is obviously there's login bonuses and stuff like that, but you get bonus gold as overflow for all of the various battle passes. So make sure that you complete all the missions for the battle passes, keep leveling up your passes, and you will get the bonus gold as a result. They also oftentimes do have it just simply in there as a mission reward anyway. So probably a couple times, not all that much, but it's in there most of the time. Just as, yeah, like it's in here a little bit. 200,000 for the premium. There's a couple other drops it looks like. So if you want that, you can go for it. Premium pass here is the 1,500 gold. Advanced Hunter Pass, again, same deal. A little bit of gold on the free track at least, so that's nice. Aside from that, completing this will trigger the overflow, so you will get the gold from that as well. But again, these are battle passes and basically more tie into events. Like I was saying, logins also will give gold. There's 20,000 there. We don't have a premium login bonus going on right now. I finished it. I'm sure there was a bunch in that one as well. That's over. A new one will be triggering for the anniversary. Also, every now and again, you may have some of these, but you can absolutely get them from the shop, which I'll take you to in a minute. You can also exchange these. This is the point. Activity fund exchanges. So these are nice for gold. I've got 7 of them. 280,000 gold. So that's cool, right? So I did get the bonus. We'll get to that in a moment, but just make sure you are locked in and paying attention. So aside from that, I mean, there's not really much else really to do that's not tied to the shop or the guild, which is the last thing we're going to cover. But there is one other thing that is a pretty consistent way for you to forcefully get gold in the game, and that's going to be when it comes to your artifacts. So you can actually come to artifacts that you don't need and you can salvage them. Yes, salvaging does give you, you know, these medals, which are really good for obviously turning into more enhancements. But selling, especially now that we've got the level up, all that stuff. Maybe you've gone through and you've 5,000 is just too many. Maybe you've gone through and you've gone through and used up what you need, and you've leveled up the ones you need to 100, and there's a bunch of old 78s you don't need anymore. You will get some gold back for those. Let me see if I can set this to level 78 or something. Actually, we'll just pull up toughness. I've got to have some at level 78, right? I've got to. That are level 75, I mean. Okay, cool. It's like this one gives 140, right? Now, that's just a portion of what I invested in it, but that's because it's leveled up to 20. These other ones here, they're not really leveled up. They're low rarity, all that stuff. They're not going to give the most, but when you've got thousands like I do, maybe you're somebody else that's sitting on a bunch of these, you can actually select a lot and, you know, get a good chunk out of this. So let's select 100 pieces with these parameters. That's 145,000 for just extra stuff that I'm not using and will not be using, right? And obviously I can do that a bunch of times. What's the math on that? I'm terrible at math. Is it like 50 times? I can do it a bunch of times. So anyway, artifacts are another way for you to get gold. That's pretty consistent, very easy to trigger. And again, I kind of talked about it briefly with just like playing content, and I was dead serious about that. Like if I open up mostly anything here, there's going to be gold in here, like oftentimes 455,000 here. Like I was dead serious about just playing content. That's really what you have to do. Gold is like gold starts off as an issue, but really alleviates as an issue after a while. And the only time I see gold pop up a good bit as an issue for me now, I don't ever buy gold, by the way. The only time I ever see it as a problem is when they raise the level cap, because all of a sudden you have all the characters that need to go up as well in accordance. You see there's gold tied in here. This is simply by completing the objectives for the story, and then all the while you're playing, I'm sure you're getting some minor gold drops as well, like 15,000 or something. Yeah, 32,000 for that stage. I'd assume that the other stages are in line with that. I haven't completed hard story. I typically save that for a level raise, so I'll be doing that soon. I assume that basically all this stuff has it in there too. Like I said, I stopped paying attention to it largely because it stops being an issue. I don't know if it's here specifically. Yeah, you get some small drops, I guess. If you want to get that, you can go for it. Get some small drops. So we're gonna go to the shop next, and this is not me telling you to buy gold, but the cool thing is there's sometimes stuff in here that ties into you getting gold, like the ongoing event here. So I had those exchanges from doing the exchanges like this. So like I would do this if I had a discount coupon, but I'm not giving them 1,000 gems right now because I don't buy gems very often, unless there's a really good deal that ties gems into it. But they had other ones here that I picked up, special gold essence. That's where I got those ones that were in my gift box, if you were wondering. So they oftentimes have stuff like that available. If you have the $8 pack, I believe, like the daily for a month pack. They'll give you the 5,000 a day support, so go for that, right? it's so minor, right? But it's got to add up. I don't really, it's 5,000. I don't pay attention to it. There's an event ongoing where they're giving 10,000 a day right now as part of the Transcendent Power bonus there, so go for that as well. They will also have it in, I kind of briefly talked about it, but they'll also have it in these shops. So if there's ever a time where you just flat out are desperate for gold, you can typically in most of these shops come down to the very bottom of the event and then get it there. All right. So the last thing I really wanted to show you was this. So guilds. Firstly, if you're not in a guild, you definitely want to join one. You want to make sure you are joining a guild. There's some minor login bonuses for gold there. I'm just seeing it on the screen. Not really worth mention, but here we are. If you're not in a guild, you want to definitely join. You're missing out on the resources from the exchange shop, so keep that in mind. And also just guild boss. But you can get this here, which will help a little bit, not a ton, but a little bit. Increases gold acquisition rate by 5%. So this lasts for 7 days. And will help you acquire more gold. Again, I think it was 7% or 5%, whatever it was. It will help you get more gold that way. So not the craziest, most outlandish thing, but it will help you get extra bonuses as you're playing as a way to pick up more gold. Look at the color. The color is tweaking, bro. As a way to get more gold as well for your guys. And ultimately, I'm sure there's probably somewhere else I'm not thinking about. Is there? No, I think that's mostly it. You may get some every now and again in the codex, or I know. Okay, so here's another one that I didn't really mention. It's not like a super, I needed to mention this thing. No, it's not the codex. My bad. You get those instead in the codex. I was thinking those other pieces were going to be gold. So you'll every now and again get them here too. In the achievements is where I meant to be. But of course, completing your dailies will drop these rewards for you. I'm sure there's gold in here somewhere. Gold in here somewhere. There's some gold. Okay, so every day you're going to get at least 55,000 for completing your dailies. So I'm sure that will add up if you're somebody that just gets on and completes your dailies, of course. As you play the game, you're going to get more from the challenges tab. That's just extra missions you can complete. Your achievements will also have the possibility of giving you more gold, among other things. So these are just things that are just passively here in the game as ways for you to get gold. And I believe with that, I've covered every way. So if the video was helpful, once again, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Actually, can you get some for reputation levels? I don't know if you get some from reputation levels. That's not something that you should be aspiring to do, though. It's like, it's just passive. It takes time. But anyway, hit that thumbs up, subscribe. I'll see you all next time. Remember to support as well.